Okay, so here we go. Old Lopty and the boost capacitor. I pulled this out and whacked it on my Heathkit bridge, and it actually showed a fair amount of leakage when I increased the voltage. The eye was starting to shut, and I thought, okay, right, well, maybe this was causing the problem. So I installed a new one across here, powered it up again. Nah, still the same. So went roaming around all my bloody spare parts, and hey presto, fitted another Lopty, the exact same one. That's the new boost cap that's only temporarily tacked in there just in case this doesn't work. It's a used one, a second-hand one. I've even got another one here as well. There's another I grabbed two. So this is essentially what they look like. Basically a very common Phillips part. And yeah, so this one here is used as well. You know, in fact, I've got so many of these and others. It'd be nice to actually set up like a jig or something I can just, you know, quickly, you know, connect it into the circuit, you know, to test it, see if it actually works. If it doesn't, bin it. Because I've got boxes. Well, I haven't got boxes. I've got quite a few new old stock ones and used ones. But mind you, I've got enough sets running these Lopties, so it wouldn't take too long to actually rig up some kind of test jig to check all the second-hand ones that I've got. So yeah, so that one there, I'm guessing is crook. Well, we're about to let's find out. Let's put some power on and see what happens. Fingers crossed we do actually get a bit. Fingers crossed we do actually get something this time. So bring on the power. There we go. Bring it up to about there, I'd say, and we wait. Because if it ain't this, I'm not quite sure. I'm going to have to start looking elsewhere. I just can't really see, you know, the fact the old one was actually generating EHT, but obviously not enough. Oh well, I guess now will be the time to see whether we have fixed it or not. Really hoping it's the fixed it. Hang on, I'll have to give it a bit more mains, I think. I love the way that goes donk, 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 donk. I love the way that starts slowly like that. Right. What's happening here on the screen? Anything? This isn't looking promising. I thought I would have seen an image by now on there. What's that vertical doing? It's going nuts. Oh, oh, oh! You beauty! Ha ha ha! Sweet! God, that looks awful, but hey, who cares? Who cares? Oh, you beauty. And that bloody yoke's on crooked though. Far out. Oh, so I'll deal with that later. I've made it all loose. Sweet. So, which one was it? So, you were faulty. Bad Lopty. Right. Now, well, alright, let's feed a signal and see what we get. This is definitely a positive step in the right direction. Right. Alright, what are we going to get on the screen? Anything or not? It's all turned on. Give it a bit more. must be it there, I'd say. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's something there. Shit, looking really, really weak. Okay. Well, it's going to be better than nothing. I'll bring that test pattern on, see what it looks like. Bloody remote's decided to pack up. Oh, come on, you stupid thing. Come on. Looks like the batteries of my remote have died. I'll just drop this. I'm moving the contacts around. I just want to get it onto. Where are we? Repeat. No, I think the batteries on the remote have killed over. Bugger. That's right. About one half of my test disc has been corrupted. I don't know how, but it gets to about 60 minutes and the bloody DVD player just starts having a hemorrhage. So I just stick it on chat to repeat. It's almost like it's. Well, I'm certainly not complaining. The fact we've got this far is pretty damn impressive. Everything's working. It's just quite weak. Give it a bit more. That's pretty much now full mains. I might just tweak it back a little. There we are. Now we're starting to fill the screen. Right, just pull it back a wee bit, considering this thing last had power on it was probably a hell of a long time ago. Well, that's certainly better than what it was last time. I know I've just said that about 10 times, but that's pretty good. It's a lot better than what it was. We've got a crook valve or something here. I wonder if we've got a dodgy valve or something. I've got a sneaky suspicion maybe there's something up with that tuner. That's alright, I can probably quite easily. Hey, what's that? A strange sort of a strange artifact right there. Some sort of odd looking. It's gone now. Some sort of strange looking artifact there. Wondering what else it could be. Can be a crook valve, possibly. Oh, it stinks. Oh, the smell, the crusty smell coming out of this thing is. It's hard to that smell of valves and electronics. So what's control do anything? It doesn't actually do much with control at all. It does sweet bugger all, actually, that does. I'll just leave it in the down position for now. Oh man, the smell of this thing, crusty as. Stinks. actually looks slightly better on camera than what it does in the picture. What it actually does, it's actually got plenty of definitely plenty of brightness there. Definitely plenty of just all shitty looking and washed out. No, the fact that the tuner's doing that would indicate to me it is actually, yeah, that strange sort of weird artifact there. It's almost like a vertical thing. Some sort of weird vertical funny lines. The fact that it's doing that, there's no AGC control really, is there? No. No AGC control either. But, we've got height. There's a height. Linearity's all up the poo. Linearity, one will be. Oops, sorry about this, guys. I'm not looking for the camera. One will be top, one will be bottom. This is probably. One will be linearity. One will be overall. Oh, no, that pot's actually frozen. All right, we'll just leave that alone for now. Hang on, I'll get a better screwdriver and see if I can adjust it a bit better. Wow, that pot is frozen. I can't even turn that bloody trim pot there. It's frozen in place. I think we'll leave it alone for now. I'll try this one over here, see what happens here. Oh, there we go, that must be overall linearity. It's a bit better. Just leave it there for now. Alright. So, I wonder why we have such a shitty picture. Let's have a look and see. Might have to get my scope out again. This is also, hang on, I've got to get away from those awful fluoros. These are some of the flybacks that we had. This is quite a handy book actually. This is a sort of a TV fault book. It shows all the various different types of lopties that we had. That's basically that one that's in there. That's what's in there at the moment. And pretty much, you know, you could actually interchange some of you could actually interchange lopties with others. So you could change all the flybacks around within reason as well. So this book's actually literally full of faults, which is really handy. Testers, Phillips, Dorico, all sorts in here. Really handy for, you know, I've got a couple of Doricos and AWAs. Is, you know, fault remedies. But, nothing for Lotus though. I do recall seeing, I've got another one of these books. I'm pretty certain Lotus was mentioned in there. I might have to go looking in the other book to see what's there. But very handy, extremely handy for fault finding. I mean, most of the stuff wouldn't apply these days, but there was one fault with one of these sets. I actually looked in here, and what it said in the book is actually what it was. So, yeah, which is handy. All right, let's look and see why we've got such a crappy picture. So it won't be. Obviously, all this is working because this is the horizontal and vertical. So this is all working. So it's going to be the front end. Tuner AGC. These damn fluoros, pain in the butt. One of these valves here. Might even poke around and check for voltages and so forth. Could have a crook or weak tube as well. Of course, I can't check the sound because there's no bloody audio. That's alright. So just actually might check. Actually poke around here with a meter and read some few voltages and see if there's something that's looking out or weak or something that just doesn't seem quite right. Did actually notice here there's a rather cool looking resistor up here, which I didn't notice. That bugger there, 8.2k. Actually wonder what it actually does read. Sorry about this, guys. Spend too much time looking at the actual camera than the actual set. Hang on, I'll just put this down for a second and I'll get the well, I'm bloody wrapped that we now have EHT, and let's solve that problem. Now we have to find out what else is wrong with it. Let's see on that side. 114. Yeah, might be alright. I think I might start by changing these two up here. I think that's probably first and second IF, I'd say. First and second first and second IF. Might change this valve here. PCF 201, see what happens. PFL 200, that's video. But that actually does seem to be doing something. So it's like it's actually, if that valve was crooked, it probably wouldn't be doing that. But then again, anything's possible. Also, the AGs could also be the tuner that's crooked too. Tuner could also be crooked as well. Because actually, it's very much lacking in gain too. It's just there's no gain there at all. So, mind you, I've got plenty of tuners to substitute, but it just means getting inside there and mucking around. So I'm hoping I haven't disturbed anything in the process. Oh well, might just put it on pause for a second and go get a PCF 201 and see what happens. Back in a sec. I started poking around here, mainly the AGC line. I thought, well, there's 2 10-mA resistors there. One of those could be open. Check that comes straight off the HT, and yeah, there seemed to be. There was like 100 and 180 on one, 60 on there, and about 200, 300 millivolts on that side. And I thought, oh, maybe that's open. I thought, well, that's probably about right. I checked those two; they were okay. I checked that, because some of these high value resistors have a habit of going open for no reason, and I started checking a few components around on the board. That 82k read about 95, so I changed it. And I was just looking as I was looking on the back of the board. I actually noticed that there are actually quite a lot of dry solder joints if you look closely, but I noticed that this coil here was on a bit of an angle, and I just happened to on there, and just happened to wiggle it, and I noticed the track's moving. What I found that track there was broken, so I've pushed it further forward. I've pushed it through properly, soldered everything as best I can, gone over the dry joints in here as well, and I'm actually wondering whether that was the reason why the picture was so weak, because pretty much it comes out of there, goes through there, so that coil is probably might be one of, not quite sure where it is, whether it's that one there. Well, it's got 4 pins on it, so it is probably that one there, I'd say, because it's pretty much right up to where the IF comes in. So yeah, in the course of if one of the tracks is broken, the signal won't be going. The signal won't be getting. Yeah, it won't be coming out of that side. It'll be going in, but not coming out. So I'll check that resistor there and that one there, and all seems okay. Right, so let's put some power to it again and see what happens. You wait patiently for the picture to appear. I'm sorry if sorry about the jerking and the flying around. I've kind of been talking through at the camera, not through it. So again, I apologise if there's been any. You might have missed one or two things. Right, let's see what happens here. Wonder if it'll be any different. Hey, that's better. Oh, that's better. That's better. It's a lot better. Hang on, I'll bring the mains up a wee bit. Look at that. Look at that. That's a hell of a lot better. Far out. She's got some good brightness there too, actually. Can I actually set this? Set this down. I can set this down like this. I wonder. Hang on, back in a sec. And to be very careful not to bump it, because this little tripod won't take much for it to tip over. So here we go. So I can now play with this hands free. Don't have to hold it all the time. But, that's actually doing what it's supposed to do. Far out. Tell you what, I certainly can't complain about that at all, considering how we started off the day with it. Jeez. Oh, bloody hell. Pardon my French. That is not a bad result for one day's worth of tinkering. A new flyback, or replacement flyback. We sold some dry joints and linked up a broken copper track on the board, and hey, look at that. We actually have got something on the screen which is actually intelligible and actually very watchable. Right, so now we've got total full mains now. Drawing about 166 watts, and meant to draw 180 watts is the consumption, so it's actually well under. The filter caps aren't getting warm. But yeah, that's you could easily watch that, no problem at all. A very watchable picture, extremely watchable actually. So while I'm here, I might just actually so I wonder how many years the yoke's actually been on the piss. They're actually quite loose. I'll just very carefully, very carefully tighten up the. Oh, they're bloody, they were loose anyway. They were loose. Yeah, it looks roughly about right. No, just tweak it up there for now. Yeah, it's actually a bit. The yoke was actually quite loose. Yeah, it looks about right. So we up with the height again. Bring the height down a wee bit. Now yeah, typical height pot's dirty. Now I'm saying the other one that's frozen is probably top linearity, I'd say. Looking at that, we can free it up. Wow, there we go. That pot is stiff. Wonder when it was last. Wonder when that pot was last actually moved. Probably a very long time ago. That is actually looking quite respectable now. Linearity. She's not looking. Actually, not looking too shabby at all. Actually, that now looking quite good. Not bad at all. Not bad for a first sort of result of it anyway. Far out. Whoa, look at that. Wow. Look at that humbar going through there. So we've probably got to say the filter caps are probably a bit sick, low in value. Definitely cause it to do that. That load of arity's actually, that load of arity's changing on its own. Huh. Couldn't be the valve, could be, the way it's doing that, there's definitely something wrong there. There's AC on that, there's ripple on something. But no, that's, geez, too easy. Not. Shouldn't actually say that, because no doubt other problems could easily develop. Wouldn't mind actually hooking some sound up to this, but I haven't got any other. I have actually. No, I've actually got a test speaker that's got a built-in. It's got a built-in. You can switch between normal. You can actually switch between just normal voice call or an output transformer. It's got like a built-in output transformer in it. Got a couple of positions. So I could probably actually wire that in somewhere and see if we do get any audio out of it. Should be quite.